Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2. I'm the mysterious JG, and while I believe this is the last save sphere in the game, we do have a little freedom in the next room, but basically today I found a message floating in the sea from you to me. You wrote the way you could see it, you cried with fear, the point was near. Was it you that said, how long, how long, how long, to the point of no return? Yeah, the point of return. So, oh, I think I did that wrong. I think I'm supposed to do this, and then we get out of here because we defeated the boss without doing the stupid puzzle. How are we laid out? Are we laid out the way I want us to be laid out here? Iron Duke and Adamantite, nah, it's gonna make you invulnerable. Crystal Bangle, Crystal Gloves, that seems fair. Double your hit points, double your fun. I don't think status ailments are a big deal here. Do I feel like trying to give the final bosses a fighting chance? Or is that just a way of extending this? Because I didn't really leave myself enough time in this play session that I'm sure I'll be able to finish this thing without kicking myself and staying up later than I meant to be quite honest with you. Oh, I forgot. I was thinking about possibly doing that stupid number-based dungeon again to get the treasure out of it. Definitely, I was thinking in the back of my mind I wanted to catch a Megaton Berry before doing my New Game Plus, but I've just decided I don't care. For the Creature Creator mode, toying with what I'm going to do with the second playthrough, the Creature Creator, it's such a huge, like, just sucking out time. I don't know if I can bother to do much with that in this LP. AP Egg, Ribbon, Schmooze, Shaling, Invincible, Insignia of Destruction. Part of me just wants to stick with the Iron Duke and Adamantite for, you know. Iron Duke is fun. Adamantite slows things down a lot. I think we'll go with, some nice haste bangles, if I can actually find where those went. Because it stops you from having to cast haste. Speed bracers. Go speed bracer. Go speed bracer. Wow, that's, is Iron Duke too much? Iron Duke might be too much. Well, I could go with, the old speed bracers plus, oh, an auto haste breaks the super ribbon problem. Yeah, maybe I'll give everybody Schmooth Shaling plus Speed Bracer. I don't know why I got so many Schmooth Sailings. I guess that was another thing that came out of Creature Creator. So this means their stats won't be like perfectly super awesome, but they'll be pretty much immune from status ailment type stuff. The end. A grid that offers a unique ability. Break HP limit is not really... It's not actually useful for them. Because of the fact that I'm no longer setting them up on dress spheres that'll make that a thing. So actually... Other things would now be better. Samurai Honor, White Signet, White Magic Blood's kind of useful. Font of Power, Unerring Path doesn't do much. Intrepid, Abominable Bowl. We haven't really used Ultima at all in this LP, have we? That's a point. We haven't really used Ultima at all. Well, I'm wasting all this time. I figured we'd jump... I didn't really think about this, but now we are kind of sitting here wasting time. Arcanus, fun one. Bushido can be fun. There's definitely one that just increases your base stats, but if I was interested in equip Tetra Strike, and then there's the different beaters. This isn't really a bad one, except that I'd have to rejigger it so that it had everybody's. Let's give, oh, wait a minute, actually, now that I think about it, it might be fun to have her use Black Magic. That's Flare and Ultima. We got somebody who can use Holy. Yeah, sorry, this is not really how I plan to start the video, so I need to just hurry up and deal with this. I am going to change Valiant Luster so that it's got Warrior on it somewhere, because I think I'm going to just go ahead and have everybody be their regular old classes. Their default classes. Because I'm thinking on my second playthrough it might be fun to actually use Creature Creator mode in playing through the plot battles. So what I was thinking is, oh, I gotta lay out Megiddo too. I was thinking I might showcase Flare and Ultima and Holy at some point over the course of these final battles, so that we can at least see them in the game. And don't know that these matter that much. Not anticipating getting in any trouble. So we would have to have Riku go through all those. If she started a Thief, she could go through all of those and come back to Thief and then use Black Magic. So actually, if I was going to have her doing Flare and Ultimate, it would make more sense for her end up as a Black Mage, but I'm having fun with the concept of everyone using their default costumes and showing off abilities that they haven't used yet. And then Yuna can go with... See, I mean, there's no dress sphere where you can break damage limit and have Ultima in the same dress sphere. You would have to use an item to break damage limit and use the dress sphere that gives you Ultima, which just seems like a GIF. Also, Holy is harder to get than Auto Life as far as switching costumes and shit around, which to me doesn't seem right somehow. This is not actually equipped to make it as efficient as possible, but it is what it is. Anyway, folks, point of no return, let's go. Alright, wasted a third of the video. Are we at the point of no return? Tell us,
I got a hunch that once we go on ahead, there's no turning back.
A hunch?
I'm not going back, Jim.
Yeah. That's it?
A hunch it is, then.
Is that a hunch, or are you breaking the fourth wall? Right, shave it is. Shave it is a line from Iga. Love the Mystery Science Zero treatment. I don't think there's that many people who are familiar with the other, like the original Iga without treatment. So, yeah, Yuna has noticed that the thing that is threatening to destroy the world is moving, which makes it more of a threat to the world. I believe up until the point where we hop up these little, or maybe when we get to the center of this platform, we can still turn back. But right now our location is Vegnagun. And once we cross these hoppity hop pot platforms, and get to the next platform up, right in front of Vegnagun, that's when we lose the ability to backtrack. At least backtrack to a save point. Because it's the huge Nooj! Cat scratch fever. What's up, Superman?
The barrel eye and Vegnagun belong to him now.
He has the receipt.
Shuyin.
What a dick. He's like Titus, except he doesn't have any of the parts I liked about Titus. Not even his penis. Nope, nope. Bad JG. Someone raised the question in comments, pardon me, of whether Titus is like part of Dream Xanarkand is some kind of like recreation of a real person from ancient Xanarkand. If that's how the Dream Xanarkand worked, and if therefore Titus was actually like a dream version of Shuyin, who was a real person, and Titus is like a dream reflection of Shuyin, summoned by Yu Yevon. And my reply to the comments was, that's not how it works at all, not as far as I understood it. But it's worth bringing up because there's a lot that's foggy about how Final Fantasy X's story was supposed to work. I thought it came together very cohesively, considering how many kooky fantasy concepts were involved. But there were definitely some details that you don't understand, and maybe that is what's supposed to be happening. You guys tell me. Is Titus supposed? I think Titus is just supposed to have been completely a creation of Yu Yevon and the Dream Xanarkand, that he doesn't necessarily, like, you know, the people of Dream Xanarkand are not necessarily reflections of people from the past. And if so, even if they are, I don't know that Titus is supposed to be a reflection of Shuyin, but just throwing it out there before we get back to the story.
I have a plan. Can't call it a smart one, though.
I'm thinking about buying
What's
junk
that?
bonds.
He acts through another's body. Stop the body, and you stop him.
That doesn't follow at all.
I'll shoot Barrel Eye.
It just seems he'd take a new body, right?
His body will be useless, but if we're lucky, he won't die.
His body's already pretty useless.
Shuyin will abandon Barrel Eye, and then he'll come back for
What
me.
if he comes for one of us?
What then?
I will die. My body has already been rigged. I'm taking Shuyin with me.
I don't... Huh? And won't he just jump off of you into somebody else? And won't you not be in control of your body anymore to...
But you're our captain.
Yeah, that's why he's got to do
Exactly.
it. Yeah. I get what Nooj is saying. I mean... So anyway, I'm going to sacrifice myself. It's what I've been about this whole time, so nobody should be that surprised.
I don't like your plan.
Too bad.
It sucks.
Really? Really? That's the line?
Your plan is awful. Think about it. It's no different than what we did 2 years ago.
Yeah, but that worked. And it got rid of
We
Titus.
destroyed our own allies. We destroyed the Aeons who had fought together with us at our side. We
Yeah.
didn't have a choice then.
Well,
We believed that was the only way we could save Spira.
well, that's what Nooj believes now.
Do you know what it felt like to watch them die? Right before my eyes.
Well, it probably didn't feel good, but I'm the Death
It was the
Seeker.
only thing we could do. It was the only choice we had. I gave in, I accepted, I believed. I allowed it to be true.
So you're
I
second
thought
guessing your
I'd be able
decision
go
to
through with
save
it without ever
Spira.
doubting myself. But it hurt so much.
Oh, poor Yuna.
Forgive us.
Oh, innocent ones! Wait, where does Yuna get off saying, I never thought I'd doubt myself? She was constantly plagued
Everyone
by
was so
doubt.
happy.
That was essentially her whole character.
Great job, Yuna. You did it. You saved us all. There were too many smiles to count.
Of course, I can't count that high.
And I know that I was smiling too.
Because Titus was dead.
But now, when I look back,
Why couldn't I have turned Waka into the final Aeon and saved Titus?
the people who should be here aren't. The ones who should be smiling with me aren't here.
Well, we all miss Orin, but...
We had no choice.
Hey, wait a second. That sounded suspiciously like Jecht. Jecht, are you creeping around here somewhere?
We had no choice.
Haha, fuck
Always
you,
we
Jack.
had no choice. Those are our magic words. We repeat them to ourselves again and again, but you know, the magic never worked. The only thing we're left with is regret.
I guess Nooj isn't interrupting here
I'm sorry.
out of respect for the fact that she's the High Summoner who saved Spira.
No. I don't want this anymore.
I did at one point want to have to sacrifice Titus, but... Okay, so you're telling me... ... Eh, what the hell is that look?
I don't want friends to die. Or fade away. I don't want battles where we have to lose in order to win.
Nooj is like, you know, we're not really friends. We're kind of acquaintances.
Nooj, I know that what you say is what you mean to do.
No, I was waiting for you to make a speech
Give
about
me
how I
your
don't have to do it.
resolve. Believe in Yuna.
It'll power up my stats. I'll go into like overdrive mode.
So you have a plan.
You're moving your lips a little early there, Nuji.
Light?
That's
No,
plan
lightning
B.
is coming in a later
But before
game.
that... Hey, Riku.
Hand
No matter
gestures.
how monstrous it looks, Vegnagun is still just a machina. So we can take it apart, right?
Yeah, just use the steel command. It'll be defeated in one turn. Just like the Machina in Final Fantasy X.
You never used to be the think before you act type. What gives?
I thought you were like dead.
LeBlanc.
Or dying. Oh man, LeBlanc's here. I can't sacrifice myself now. That was
And I never
Manuki
was the
watching.
wait like a good girl type, isn't that right, Nuji?
So basically, she was just waiting for somebody to take care of
Can be
Omega
destroyed.
Weapon.
Apsipaza, you better believe it.
And then she was gonna like stick her
Want to know
nose in.
why?
'Cause people built it.
And people are flawed!
Right. Everyone,
Yeah.
it looks like we can stop that thing after all.
Wait, how do we determine this? The fact that you made an inspiring speech doesn't change. Like, they didn't think they could defeat it? I don't know.
Now it's pissed.
It's nice that you guys get lines now.
Witless little widget, isn't it?
Kind of clumped together as the writers remembered you were present.
What about Shuyan?
What about
Plan
Shuyan?
B.
Oh.
Oh,
Love.
Rupo.
Rupo. I love
the
that line,
ultimate
actually.
illusion.
It'll work.
Sticks her tongue out.
I've come this far to bring Len's feelings to Shuyan. I'm not stopping now.
Wow.
The power of
She's
love
dedicated.
conquers all. So romantic. Count me in.
So she and Nooj have literally nothing in common. Opposites attract. They are truly the DJ Cool Cat and I can't remember which pop star it was.
Look!
Paula Abdul and like DJ something cat. Yeah. So they got this kooky, Phantom of the Opera evil guy playing a organ to destroy the world vibe, which is just deeply silly. Now, I never did figure out why this exists in the far plane. Like energy shields and laser traps. Because it's kind of portrayed as being like the Elysian Fields, except that there's a big elephant gun monster robot there. Which I suppose is fair, because it brought itself here, it didn't belong here. And it is a physical place you can get to, the far plane. Is it like gathering far plane energy to destroy Spira? Is that what's going on? Vegna just wants to be left alone, in fairness. And the kickin' final music plays.
Ha! It's just bluffing.
Check
This
your
relic's
shot.
getting rusty.
Oh, Oren's here too.
Yuna, you have your friends.
Who are you? What the? Who the hell is that? Oh, it's Dad. I got you. Thanks for showing up,
we all
Dad.
attack at once. We can do this. We need to split up.
Leave the legs to us.
We've got the torso.
You mean we don't get to control all these characters in the last
Guess that leaves the
5% of the game? Actually, I think they're all playable in the
Okay,
creature
let's
creator
go.
mode. but playable in the sense that they're in your party and you don't control their actions, so.
See you later.
But wait, I'm going with you. Yuna and Riku can fight the tail on their own. Yeah, hand gestures. Woo! So our location is still Vegnagun. So essentially what happened there was Nooj came up with what I think was a fairly... Well, that's weird. How come Riku has more hit points than Yuna at level 99? I would think that the Thief would have lower hit points than Gunner. Whatever, it makes sense that Warrior has more than either. But yeah, so basically Yuna makes a little speech about it, and after Nooj comes up with a completely in-character plan to sacrifice himself to save the day. It's not quite the same as what happened with Titus at the end of Final Fantasy X, and woe be to you who is watching this without having watched Final Fantasy X first. It's actually a significantly better game, and I think it was a funnier Let's Play because I spent less time bitching about shitty minigames. But no, at the end of Final Fantasy X, so you know the big twist that's revealed, you know, probably a little over halfway through the game, is something that a lot of players figured out beforehand, based on the tone, was that Yuna's quest to defeat Sin was actually a suicide mission, and everybody except Titus knew that at the end, the plan ultimately was for Yuna to sacrifice herself to defeat Sin temporarily. And the reason Titus dies instead of Yuna isn't because he's like, you know, being chivalrous and saving his lady, and this lady's going to passively watch him go. It's because, for reasons that aren't worth explaining here, there was a practical difference, and carrying out the plan that was inevitably going to result in Titus's death would defeat Sin forever, and not just temporarily, although apparently that's been fucked up by some Japan-only audio drama, which brings back Sin, and it's, yeah, it sounds like a fucking fanfic. But yeah, that's why. So in this case, Nooj has come up with a plan to sacrifice himself to defeat Shuyan. Major difference is that, in fact, Nooj's plan, although it sounds like it might have worked, there was nothing innately going on where that was the only way to do it, or that Nooj in particular had to die. Pardon me. You could have had Riku sacrifice herself to defeat Shuyan. Anybody could have set this thing up. I guess, vaguely, the idea that Shuyan had possessed Nooj before meant that it would make sense that he would go back to Nooj. I don't know. But Yuna basically tramples all over the planet, says it sucks because she still has a bad taste in her mouth from what happened to Titus. That being said, the idea that they have no idea how they can possibly stop Vegnagun, I don't see how that changed. Other than Yuna realizing it's a machina, so they can probably dismantle it. And Riku being like, sure, huh? And then other characters show up and it just gets all zany and wacky. Anyway, we're now splitting up into groups to fight the different pieces of Vegnagun. Now, the idea that Vegnagun would destroy Spira with, like, absolute destructive force, the reason it could never be used as a weapon in the Machina War was that it would kill indiscriminately, including soldiers on its own side, if it felt threatened. So, why... I guess either the devastating power of this thing has been overstated, or I don't know why this plan is going to work, but well, yeah. If you've noticed the upbeat, zany bubblegum feel of this game, you probably should not be expecting a tragic ending. But we're going to fight the tail, because the tail is here, and must be defeated clearly before we can move on to anything more important.
Ready? Let's kick some tail.
You're on.
Your puns are
Don't be afraid,
awful.
Yuna. Your friends are your strength.
Yeah, I got it, Dad. By the way, if you and Orin are here, how come Titus isn't helping out with, you know... Oh, that's right, I was gonna... Well, I'll save it for Dungeon Doom, brother. No, I'll, You know what? I should at least scan it and see what it says. X potion times 6. Not even sure that was worth the effort. Ooh, Yuna's actually in a bit of trouble. Wait, Shellcracker? That's not what I meant to do. It's actually, kind of hurting us pretty bad here. I guess, You get used to just being able to take your sweet time when you've got super high defense. The ultimate weapon, built 1,000 years ago. What, Vegdagun's tail? Though it has reawoken, it is acting solely on defensive instinct, so its actions are limited to very basic maneuvers. It is immune to the offensive breaks, not to the defensive breaks, but really just dicking around. I've already, like, a third of the way almost defeated it, so there's probably not a whole lot of point applying defensive breaks. But I'll get her back there. Steal some MP. I guess I could do armor breaks just because it's a thing that you can do. Yeah, steal Gil, why not?
Take that!
We're not done yet.
You know, that does a lot of damage at level 99. Make elixir. And now, wait, loading? Surprised to see that loading screen pop up. So it's got like some kind of like black light glowing wings.
Uni, they're in trouble!
How could they be in trouble already? It took us like 2 turns to defeat the tail.
Boss, let's get the heck
It's embarrassing that these guys almost defeated us once.
To heal?
Actually, did they defeat us one time?
You can heal us when we get home.
Come on.
Let's get over there before they get into the erotic trampling. I don't want them doing that without us. Okay, so who's got... Well, you know what? Riku has the easiest time regaining MP, so we use her for healing. Because I've got her in the thief dress sphere, so she's going to see steal MP. And, yeah, so you know what they said about how all those other people were going to take on parts of Vegdagun? Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to end up doing all the work. Go figure. That being said, I'm almost positive that if we unequip the charm bangle off of Brother, that there's probably nothing else. There's probably no regular enemies to encounter here. After all, it's not much point grinding for levels if you can't go save your progress. So we will do another boss battle, and because this is a sequence of little boss battles before the game's over.
What are you doing here?
Saving your asses. What is Riku doing?
I'll let you have this one. I'm going to go cheer Nooj on.
You could actually help him, maybe. You're such a sweetheart. She lets people have their little bullshit
got a
moments.
leg up on her. Save the jokes for later.
You stupid whore. So, you've got this enemy with weird, different things that it's doing, and I want to scan the different pieces and see what's going on. It's not really that big of a threat, although...
Reach those nodes with a sword.
Well, yeah, thanks, Jack. Oh, just cast a shell on itself. So... Node A changes color and function when attacked. It's far away, so some attacks might not reach it, but there's no need to go out of your way to defeat this target. So it has 300,000 HP and is immune to, like, everything. So the point is, you hit these things to change their color and make them do things that are less damaging to you, I guess. And, so, like, Node A, Yuna can shoot it because she's, you know, gunner. And that caused it to attack, so maybe that wasn't that useful after all. Use a high potion on Yuna.
Keep your eyes on those colors.
Oh, you can't use absorb on the nodes? I guess you can't use absorbs on the nodes. It's actually getting pretty bad here. suppose I should be using black magic to attack them if they're going to be all that devastating.
You can read its moves. Watch the colors.
Yeah, thanks, Warren. I'm not really figuring it out very well. I'm sure that I should be able to figure this out. Oh, for crying out loud. Doing a really awful job here. It's been a while since I really found very many enemies threatening. Like, you don't want them to be red. Red is dangerous. But really, the purpose is to beat up the main Vega gun body. So everything that I'm doing here is kind of a waste of time. Oh man, Riku's gonna get wiped again.
Red uses physical attacks. Yellow casts offensive magic. Green handles recovery.
Thanks. I suppose I can't blame you for thinking that I didn't get it. Suppose Pain should be scanning the main leg to see what its stats are about. Damn, that hurt. I'm just wasting mega potions like crazy. And Yuna's dead, so she doesn't get to do whatever I was having her do. Oh, Heaven's Cataract doesn't even affect the other sections of it. Yeah, I'm just doing a horrible job here, really. I do want to scan the main Vega gun body. And then get to work on fighting. Well, it's... The physical attacks, I think, were what was really messing us up. Hurdle along the path to more important matters. Its attacks are infrequent and trifling. Focus your attacks to get this pest out of the way pronto. Yeah, I mean, your thing is you're just supposed to beat the shit out of it and not worry about the other...
Figure it out yet? Keep hitting a node and it changes color.
Yeah, we got it. Thanks. I don't suppose I can really sit here and act like I know what I'm doing.
Use your opponent's logic against it, and the battle is yours.
Because you're supposed to keep them green so it heals and never hurts you. But I don't really seem to be figuring out how to get it to change from yellow to green.
So, did we get it?
Wait, that was
Sure
it?
looks that way.
I only used Trigger Happy once. Yeah, I really made that more difficult than it needed to be. But I was trying to showcase all the different technique, but really, yeah, you just... There's this whole thing going on where you can fuck with the nodes, but really you're just supposed to attack the thing. And when I finally got around to doing that and stopped wasting time trying to scan it and shit, we won the battle. Go figure. Being said, as long as I'm spending potions like they were water. And we'll go ahead and keep Pain as a gun mage so she can scan stuff at the beginning of the next video. The next video will begin next time, because we are calling it a video. I am Serious JG. Thank you guys very much for watching. When we come back, we will continue the boss fights. I don't think we will be winning the game in the next video, but we just might win the game in the next video and then do another separate video for the end. Either way, we're really close to the end of our first run. I'm still planning to do a second run. I think it's going to be much shorter. We will see. Thanks for watching.